Traders, good morning. How are we doing? Let's have a fresh cash Friday kind of a day today. So, little note yesterday. Live. Alright, little note yesterday. Took a stab at, what was that ticker? I don't even remember the tickers I trade. They all are pretty much forget about them the next day. But IBO, look at this ticker. Some of these plays, biomedical, going from 50 cents up to $5.14. Tons and tons of volatility, and traders getting squeezed out as well. I took another stab later in the day at PSTV and stopped out at the top. This one was grinding my wheels all day yesterday and today as well. So the idea I think I'm going to have for some of these, I was up 50 on the day yesterday and gave back half of it. Shorting PSTV, I had a 193 average and top tick this one. It was about to be a massive day yesterday. So what I learned from that is, the reason my stop was so tight on it was because I was in a couple hundred shares and I was going to be giving back the majority of the day. So I need to go smaller on some of these plays, especially when we're already sitting green on the day. Go a little smaller on some of these setups. I saw this dude at 3 p.m. and I was like, this is such a good opportunity. Like, this doesn't happen often. So I got involved in it as it was popping up to resistance on the daily chart, which is essentially the edge, right? And my stop was a little too tight on it. Got stopped, and then the thing just sold off. So that was so painful. So especially because the day before I had top ticked ATER right at 350. So I'm feeling great. I really do feel very good with the trading. I've gotten so unlucky with some of these top ticks. That's all. But yesterday was a green day. It was a good day, and it was the start of not just stopping at a certain profit level. We're going to be taking the edge consistently throughout the day, which I think is going to make a tremendous difference. So if you were here a few minutes before I went live, I had the watch list up. Now these are the watch list I prepare is more for slower hangover setups for right around the open, for them to pop and short sell into. There are a lot of pre-market plays this morning. Cheap little things getting some attention, like ALUR. IBO still, that one from yesterday, just unbelievably up so much. 50 cents up to 325. I don't even know the percentage there. It's many hundreds of percent. I mean, it'd be like Apple going from whatever that's priced at $300 up to like $1,500. Something to that effect. $200 up to like $1,000 in a day. It's just a unbelievable move. Obviously, squeeze is getting on. That's what we're seeing. But Muhammad Isaiah in the building. How you guys doing? Did you guys keep it green yesterday? Isaiah got PSTV later in the day. Got you to 5Q. Oh my gosh. Great work. Yeah, that was such a good opportunity as it popped up. I came back and was like, this thing's at $2. And then obviously looking left of the chart, it just is at so much resistance levels on the daily. And it was provided a great opportunity. I knew in my gut was like, man, you don't see this often. This is an account changer kind of play right here. And there were massive players involved with this, and many tens of thousands of shares shorting this up here, making just unbelievable amount of money. As longs do what they always do. Human behavior never changes as they buy into the greed and the fear of missing out and holding and hoping. So AEVA, I'm kind of interested in this one for a short against 450. I'd have to locate these, which I kind of think it's worth it. This one left of the chart, 450. It's good resistance on it. 450, very good resistance left of the chart. Again, these are all the same, guys. Just as PSTV, that little penny play I traded, it doesn't really matter. $1, $2, $50. Just shorting Euphoria at resistance is pretty much the edge. Honestly, they work out a little, probably a little better on these crap penny plays because the companies are so overvalued, and you have so many amateur longs getting involved with them that do what they do, like PSTV did yesterday, which is just $2 all the way back down to $1, losing 100% within honestly minutes. So yeah, that one will pain me forever, as well as ATER, the top tick king. The day before I top ticked that at 350. Kevon in the building. Good morning to you. So guys, do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to give these a little bit more breathing room. The lesson learned from me was I was oversized. I had a 215 stop, but then oversized it a little bit and didn't want to give back the entire day, so I brought the stop down and ended up missing out on a great opportunity. So let's continue going through some of these. AEVA, if that pops up closer to 450, I'm probably going to locate the shares there. They are a little pricier, 0.023 at CPro. That's like $2.30 per 100. It's a pretty decent setup. Left of the chart, 450. The next one I'm looking at, CRVO. Again, we don't want to marry these. That's my thoughts yesterday. Like my trading feels very good. I've top taken a lot, but I'm not going to learn the wrong lessons. Like, just don't have stops anymore. No, like that doesn't work. That doesn't work. I know my nature. My nature is flawed. Like, I salivate over something like that PSTV. I'm like, I feel 90% certain this is going to work, but you don't trade that guarantee, right? And that's why I always implement a stop. Even though it did work out. I'm telling you, you wouldn't have wanted to be my wife yesterday because I was cranky. CRVO, this one sitting right at resistance, hangover play, overbought yesterday. It's already filled the gap. I believe we talked about this one. One of you guys asked about the gap fill. This one is sitting right up at resistance, 12.20. It's balled up from the last week from like $2 up to $12. So watching that one as well for that 12.20 area. CVS has been on a nice climb. That one, the watch list I stated, I'm looking at 70.20, the magic 20 cent number, which is pretty much exactly where CVS hit yesterday. But just an FYI, if you guys don't do this already, word to the wise, especially with some of these penny plays. Like, look at this. Have you guys heard about the magic 20 cent area from anyone other than me? Look at this. 424 already, ALUR, pre-market. IBO, 514, right around there. Just make certain that whether you short or long, you consider that oftentimes these things do gravitate up towards the whole dollar and pop over it. It's very similar to PSTV yesterday, up over to 208. There's a lot of stop orders placed at the whole dollar, and they oftentimes will do a euphoric move up to that and do a liquidity grab. So I like to go one step further, but I know Kevon thinks along the same lines with his edge strategy. He's looking for a ramp in volume, the human behavior to get involved, the panic, the euphoria, which are stops getting taken out. But then, additionally, another variable that's important is this around a whole dollar area? Because oftentimes it will do a rug pull up and over or under that area. So a few different things I like to look at. Muhammad Green yesterday, short PSTV 2 at 230 and covered at 130, you mean? $1.30, covered at 2. Didn't get up. I mean, if you got a 230 fill, that was pretty lucky because that's not even on the chart. Probably 130, right? And covered at 1. Scared it was going to squeeze up. The price action was so odd on it. It was just really weird yesterday. That's why I got kind of scared out too. I don't see that kind of price action often where it hardly moves. I mean, it's trading like it's a major float ticker. And maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know the float on it. All right. What is on y'all's watch list? Let me know what you want me to pull up. That's all. That's pretty much my narrow watch list this morning. There's a few. I mean, here's my pre-market gainers I got pulled up. ALUR, IBO. A lot of penny little plays, but I'm going to be really sniping some things out today, similar to yesterday. Yesterday, the market opened. It was odd. We felt like nothing was moving much, and maybe 15, 20 minutes in is when we started taking some trades. So I want to be sniping them out again today too. Probably traded like 7, 8 times yesterday, which was fine. That's good. I'm not sticking to a number. It's just sticking to the edge. I want to see things popping up to resistance to short into 203. Oh my god, awesome. PSTV and covered at 2. Okay, so you were probably pained as well, taking it at 2 when this thing flushed so far. Yeah, that's been a painful week for me. I'm trying to brush the pain off, but top ticking that, and then 8er the day before when this would have been a massive week. Instead, suffering a little bit based on top ticks and fees. So pretty much green on the account outside of that BS. But feeling good, like I should. Feel very good with the trading. Seeing things really well. Just not, just got to carve out, sharpen the edges a little bit. I think something to note is maybe like if I, size down a little bit and widen the stop on them a little bit. That would have really had me at 5Q like Isaiah yesterday. All right, CRV. Let me check. I'm going to clean up CPro real quick, the watch list over here. Wish there was an easier way to remove all of these. If you guys know, let me know. Otherwise, I may put in a recommendation. All right, I'm going to add those 3 to my watch list. Going to be monitoring everything else. I need to check and see if I have CRVO shorts as well. CRVO. Sell short. I'd have to locate those two. All right, let me see how much CRVO shorts are. Oh my god. Well, that's probably going off the watch list. I don't know. Sometimes it's more expensive not to locate, if that makes sense. If this thing flushes a couple, I don't know if it flushes a couple points. It could. Like 850 may be cheap if this thing pulls back a lot, It's an opportunity cost. Got to consider that. AVA, I'm going to be monitoring that and really just letting them come to us. Let's let them come to us. Market's opening up here shortly. All right. 10 seconds. What are you guys looking at? Let them come to you. Stay disciplined. Be disciplined. Trust your system. Take your signal. Embrace the risk. Accept the results. That's my problem. I didn't want to accept the results yesterday. I was so pissed. All right. AVA. I need that one to pop. I really don't want to short it right there. 450 is really the major area I'd like it to get to. When hangovers do red to green moves, that's not something I like. I like them to pop out of the gates. You're more likely to see the profit taking into the morning spikes. All right. right, I'm going to have to think about that one. I don't want to short into the sell-off. I'm going to let him come to us today. ALUR testing 420. 420 area. Just for curiosity's sake. $3 per 100 shares, ALUR. 420 is not a bad area to risk there, but let me see. 408. 408 is the 50-day. Yeah, it's not a terrible area to risk. Could see a little morning spike. ALUR, I'll just monitor that one. Against that 50 days, not terrible, but lots of volatility, lots of chat rooms, and little. A lot of the guys are on that one right now. Laser getting a little spike this morning. ALUR. You are an interesting little creepy crawler, ALUR. Yes, you are. That one will be probably an elevator down kind of play. It might spike up to like 430, 40. See some selling pressure. Elevator down. Might get that elevator down right now. Who knows? Sometimes these at least make one move out of the gate. CVS snapping, CRVO straight up into a halt, by the way. No, is that one halted? So CRVO straight up. Those shorts were expensive. Wow. All right. CRVO. 1420 is very good resistance here, CRVO. This one's halted, right? The $8 actually sounds pretty juicy right now for 100 shares because this thing is looking pretty good. I'm gonna monitor that one. AEVA still looks pretty good right here for a slow fade. All right, I'm going to reset. Being patient, though. We're sniping some plays. Are you guys involved with anything? That is why I would always set a stop just in case those things make a insane move like that. All right, CRVO halted up. The shorts there look pretty good at this point. I mean, 1420 is very good. Let me look and see what the short percent interest is on that. On CRVO, I'm curious if I do get involved with it up here. I want to know what the short percent interest is because it's trading like it's high. Short percent, yeah, it is high, 17-ish%. It's pretty high. ALUR just sniped a quick flush on ALUR. Nice against 420. Really was beautiful. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. It was a good idea against 420. Really not a bad idea at all right there. Small size just to get cushioned up for the day. Perfect. Yeah, you're good at pulling the trigger on some of these. I'm been a little more hesitant. You're good at pulling these triggers. Like for instance, I really like CRVO up here, but I'm scared. It's like be more scared, be more scared. I want to see what that opens up at, but $8 for 100 shares. Honestly, it's probably like worth it. Just I am thinking about it. I don't want to apply more risk on something like this than, you know, the average trade. You don't want to think on a trade by trade basis, essentially is what I'm saying. It may not work. It may work. We're just going to think on a trade by trade, or not think on a trade by trade basis. VVPR, a little penny play popping up. 150. Oh, that tapped the 200-day moving average. This one doesn't have a ton of the attention like the other ones, which newer traders will be like, oh, I'm not going to pay attention to that. That doesn't have a lot of hype and attention, but that's good for a short seller because momentum has shifted elsewhere. 125 is the 200-day tap-in. Let me see what shorts are, VVPR, how much they cost. 20 cents, that's it? Let me look. 140 it hit. I'm going to take them. VVPR. And get involved with it. Up here, risk is going to be 150 VVPR, which is climbing up to right now. Dang it. Let me just watch it right here, because if it pops up to 150, I'm just going to manually get out of it. It's getting a ton of attention on it. Man. There we go. Very quick. I like VVPR. As soon as I got involved with it, it spiked up. I still have those 100 shares. But I like that it just hit the 200-day. That was like a 5-second trade. $165 it could get up to. Doing a little curl right there. A lot of these little cheap plays, guys, like IBO, NKE, Kayvon watching mRNA. VVPR spiking up through 150. So annoying. Right when I get involved in something, I'm like, this thing gets a chat room pump on it. CRVO still halted. So I took an L right now. VVPR, I liked it to slow down where I got involved with it. But as soon as I got involved with it got a spike. I liked it against the highs. Because I was given sloppy seconds. But the 200-day is 142, which I imagine it pulls back under at some point today. AEVA sitting stagnant. All right, I'm going to flip through some of the gainers and see what's happening out there. XL, HLD. Not getting a ton popping up. Kevon NKE dump on earnings. No play there yet. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Nike, that one. They were saying their sales are down like 20%, something to that effect. Nobody's buying, $150 shoes right now. We'll see where that one gets to. And then mRNA was 500 a couple years ago. Unbelievable. They did a forward split, though, didn't they, too? mRNA forward split, 217. Unbelievable. You were riding that short this whole time. All right. $120 up to $160. And VVPR kind of holding that open resistance now, support on it. I still like it, but man, I'm not going to revenge it at the moment. CRVO sitting right up at still at a resistance level, has not opened yet. That's like a 10 or 15 minute halt though. IBO flushed. Nice. 420, that magic number. What did you get, the IBO flush? How much are I up at Q on the day already? Excellent work. IBO, $18.80 for 100 shares. Wowzers, that's a lot. Nice work. CRVO opened up. Oh my God, this thing has a 20-30 cent spread and it's going straight up. Oh my God. Oh my God. If this thing pops up to 1820, I see that as major resistance. 1820. This is so tempting, guys. Squeezing out a bunch of shorts up here. CRVO. VVPR trying to get a bounce off of 140. CRVO hit 16, pulling back down to 15. God, that is tempting. All right. What is popping up for you guys? Everything popping up on my scanner. Is my scanner effed up? Because everything's just a penny play. All right, I'm going to look at some of the losers. Yeah, the gainers, I'm not seeing lots of mid caps. Losers, I'm seeing Nike, MU, PL dumping right to support. Head and shoulders pattern on PL that cracked. Selling off to the 200-day, which is at 317. CRVO hit some resistance up there. 16 bucks, pulling back. Muhammad OUST straight up. Yep. What's going on here with OUST? Earnings. Earnings on OUST. I see 11, up and over 11, 1120, very good resistance. 1120 resistance, that's what I'm looking at for OUST if we get up there. 1120 is what I'm looking at. No, you didn't, Isaiah. Did you just catch that flush? Seriously? Did you just catch that? Oh my God. You are next level. You're just taking them, man. You're taking them. You have entered the flow state, which is good. Flow state, where you're seeing things very well right now. So keep trading. Don't stop. You're in the flow state. VVPR finally pulling back a little bit off of 150. Yeah, OUST, I like that one. It's on earnings, which may hold it up. I mean, obviously, you see how that's holding up really well on it. I want it up and over $11. OUST. Let's make sure I got shorts here. VVPR, I was about to hit that one again. But selling off. Yeah, I got shorts, OUST. Little spread, but I want that one up and over $11. God. Little spread on it. Isaiah killing it, dude. Come on, CRVO sloppy seconds. All right, I'm going to flip through some of the losers now. MU getting a bounce off 94. Nike trying to hold 65. Okay, there we go. Gainers. Okay. Yeah, CRVO popping up. OUST, good, good, good. HLD, PMBK, laser. VVPR back down to 130s. OUST up over 11 is what I'm looking for. 1120. 1125 probably would be the risk. I really want that one up and over 11. That's the key resistance on it. Now, this is on earnings. I don't expect it's going to be like giving everything back today. But there's opportunity here. VVPR, everything back. Entry was so far off, so bad on that one. God, just that chat room jumped in it right when I got involved. Didn't want to get squeezed out like IBO went from 50 cents up to freaking $5. CVS coming down to a support line I have mapped out. Let me see. I like this one for the short, but 66.75 was its breakout area. 66.50-ish, had a little breakout there. Could be the risk on a pullback, but I don't know. Yeah, I originally liked this for the short. 66.50, decent support there. CVS keeps pulling back. Yeah, laser was alright. It already pulled back though. Could be sloppy seconds against 8. CRVO back up to the highs. I'm looking. What's MU doing? MU's kind of like flagging, bear flagging. It's right at some support though. Right at some support is MU. I like this flag against 96 though. You see 96 is pretty tough resistance if it wants to stay heavy against that. And there it goes. Yep. Pulling back against 96. I do kind of like that one against 96. CRVO still squeezing. OUST didn't make it quite to $11 for me. Really try to wait for that one to come to me because VPR I did not. God, 5 freaking seconds later would have been alright there. CVS, is that one bouncing off of the support I had? 67.50. No, I want 66.50. Kayvon ALNY, trying that one. Super spready. Yeah, straight up. It's a spread there. Oh. Yeah, that's about one of the worst ones I've seen. I like that it's right at resistance. I kind of coughed on that one. Like, oh my god. It's like a 2-point spread. Like one of the worst ones I've seen. Wow. God, Al Steve. Completely giving everything back. Man. ALNY. Oh my lordy. I'd have to do like 5 shares, 284 against like, 287 or so. This one can be massively profitable though. If it works out. Do you get a decent fill on it? Kayvon's like, I am done with this. Dude, heck yeah. Nice. That can get ugly quick. Slippage and all. Alright, we'll keep monitoring it. MU's kind of flagging up. 283. Dude, heck yes. Nice. MU's kind of flagging up. Some would say, potentially ascending triangle. Higher lows after that sell-off. Where's this 50-day at? This one's selling off at 96.72. It might try to get back above. I like potentially 96 staying heavy, but I don't know. I just don't like shorting into something that's already weak like this. Man, I'm really itching for a trade. UST was so dang close. Man, I really want up and over 11 on that. Like, it feels like that should really pull up there. It's where resistance is. Oftentimes, that's a magnet. I do really like 11.20 support on this. It's on earnings, so like a pullback back down to like 10 or 15 for maybe a long up, for it to curl back around to go up there and then short it over 11. Take the long and then the short of it. I'm considering that because I do like the 10-20 area to hold up as a support level. Oh, VVPR. Tilted. That's why I've been waiting for the entry on OUST because I was early on VVPR, which effed me up. I feel good. I just mistimed that a little bit. Really bad, actually. Okay, OUST is getting a little bit of a pop right there. Laser's holding up still. IBO's trying to hold 350. I mean, there's a few plays. Let me look at the losers as well. UAMY is a slower one. This one's coming up to 215.20, which is resistance. UAMY is kind of slowly getting up there. We need it to speed up a little bit. Yeah, so far MU, this bear flag worked out great against 96. I gotta just pull the trigger on something here. CVS getting a bounce off of that support line I had mapped out. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, let's flip through a few, see what's happening. CRVO did sloppy seconds and pulling on back. VVPR, I'm crying so much right now. OUST, I'm considering it against like 10-10. considering it down here. Put an order on the bid, get filled, and then I'm gonna, my risk is gonna be like 10 on it, OUST. I really want the 1020s to hold up for it to curl back around and test out resistance at 1120. I'm gonna put like a 1006 stop on it. I don't want to get flushed out under 10. $11, $15, and then I'll reverse short. Guys, if I can't... I don't feel in the flow like Isaiah is right now. I feel good. I'm seeing everything, but I'm not pulling the trigger. It's having a lot of hesitancy this morning. OUST, I mean, we like the bounce here at 1020. We like the bounce here. Maybe ish out of luck today, though. It appears like it. Ten 1030 is the average there. UAMY, I do like that against 220. I need to check the locates on that. 50 cents for 100. It's not bad. 50 cents per 100 for a 220 entry. Thinking about that. I want it a little higher, then I'll get involved with it. Want it a little higher, then I'll get involved with it. CRVO's not giving up. Trying to get another bounce off of 1420. What are you guys looking at? IBO coming back up to the highs on the day. Laser snapping. I know, Muhammad, you were looking at that one. Laser snapping. UAMY, I'm thinking about it. I have to look at the losers. I'm not getting a ton of gainers up on the board. Lots and lots of sell-offs right now. Oh my God, YHC, what is going on here? This thing, 280 elevator down to 115. I don't mind a scoop under $1 on this YHC. This thing is panic selling. Yeah, YHC is going to probably pull under $1. But keep my finger there if that one rug pulls under $1. See, monitoring that for the rug pull under $1 YHC. Lots of losers popping up. Lots and lots of losers. Which is making me think OUST is not going to get this bounce like I want for the curl back up. I mean, it is bouncing like around the area that I normally would think, like around that 1020. Right around that 1020 area, it's going to bounce. I just don't know if it's the day. It's not seeming like the day so far for it. Very, very heavy, is it? Well, I much prefer the shorts. Shorts, elevator down. Longs, you just, they're so grindy and awful. So grindy and awful. Just got taken out OUST. That one not getting a bounce at 1020. Liked it for the short. Try to go long on it. For the 1020 bounce, not getting it. Lots of red today. Lots of red. AGL climbing up. Man, OUST looks so good. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, like, started it on a short side up there in the 1080s. Like, started it, and then hit it again up and over 11. That should have been the idea there. But one more L, guys. I'm pretty much done with the day. AGL, it's like, let's see if that one's at any kind of resistance. No, not seeing it. NIO, PSTV. CRVO still selling off. CVS still pulling back. 66.50 was the potential long there. But I don't know if I'm liking any longs, really. What's the SPY doing? Just pulling back a little bit as well. I mean, AGL potentially. But that one's slow and steady. Not seeing anything at the moment. All right. Nike still dumping. Nike turn around a little bit. What did ALNY do? Kayvon, you should have held it. 283 average. Man, that thing's been going sideways down off of resistance. I was about to join you, but I was trying to figure out the math on it. I'm like, oh my God, this could be brutal. Story of your life. Should have held on. Man, I'm trying to find something, anything. What's HLF doing? HLF hit some tough resistance on the daily, 880s. Kind of sitting right around 850 right now. Just monitor that and see what it does. Yeah, CRVO was pretty scary, Muhammad. That one was all over the place. Half I do have shorts for HLF. Half I don't mind this with the risk at 880. If we get a pop up closer to that, HLF. It's just kind of setting like 1-to-1 risk reward right now. And 850 somewhat support on it, yeah, from the last week. I'd like to get it a little closer up there, just like I wanted OUST a little closer as well, and didn't get it. Try to give it OUST a little bit of wiggle room. Now that one's popping back up a little bit. God, I had the right idea, VVPR. Why did I not just wait a second? 3 seconds. Gotta be picky. Gotta be picky with whatever we're going to trade right now, because be locked out at max risk if I take another L. So need a W on this next one, and we'll keep taking the setups as they pop up. I like UAMY against 220. I want that to get a little juicier pop up there. MU's climbing back up a little bit up towards 96 resistance. That one's just... That one might see a little climb today, irregardless. Man, VVPR would have had me at quota. 150 entry down to 115. I still really like this AEVA for a slow fade all day. Considering getting in it for just a fade against 425. AEVA, fade against 425, 10-cent risk. Half is popping up towards 180s. Oh, God. What am I doing here? Because I want to get involved with AEVA, but I don't want to get locked out if half doesn't work out. Oh, frick. I feel like I have to take half up here. Okay, let me do this. AEVA, I kind of want to get involved with. AEVA, I'm going to locate those. They're a little pricier. And stop's going to be 425 there. That's more of like an all-day fade if that happens. 425. Let's give it 427. Give it a little wiggle room. Maybe even 430. Hell, keep top ticking everything. 430. I don't want it to be an even number. 431. I'm so traumatized. Okay. We'll let that one fade all day. 431, 325. Okay, now let me look at half. HLF. Is that one already pulling back in a little bit? HLF. I do kind of like this one. It's already sold off against 887 pretty good. $850 is really good support on it, though. I have to think about that one. Keep on. What's all right? Let me look. ALNY. Let's see what that's at. ALNY 273. Ouch. 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 PAAS. Went without you. Bouncing off 13 EMA. And the Magic 2520 area. All right. I'll keep flipping around. HLF is definitely interesting. I like that one. And then, what was the other play? It was like UAMY. I like that against 220. If we can get a little closer to that. Nike kind of trying to do a red to green move. I don't know. I just don't see this sustaining this move. I feel like it comes up here and hits some resistance and starts pulling back in. $72. So, like, I don't know. It's popping up a little bit, but I just see Nike staying heavy today. SPY's still heavy. Going kind of sideways. Yeah, hitting the open as Nike. CYTK. Eyeballing it. Popping up towards the 50-day moving average at 46. A little thin. Let me see. CYTK. 13-cent spread. Not terrible. I would say daily chart suggests like 46.20 resistance. A lot of the lower shadows down towards 45. But yeah, 40, what are we getting at here? CYTK. $46.20, I like that pop up there. It's a little spready, so you'd have to be mindful of that size appropriately and probably widen the risk just a little bit. Like smaller, I'm talking to myself, like smaller size, widen the risk. I wonder if this one's got more juice in it. Let me look. It's right about there where I'd like it. SPY's popping up. Okay, Nike popping up a little bit too. OUST, there's the pop on that. Keith in the house. Keith, good to see you, man. How'd your Amazon run go this morning? Keith, this week has been so... I'm trying to be positive, but this week has been so awful for me. Top ticked yesterday. This morning, I just stopped out OUST right near this low right here. And VVPR, I had a 130 average. A little early there. I was early there. But it literally got a pump on it right when I got involved with it. Stopped out. This week has been so brutal for me. Whoa, Nike, what was that? You guys seeing this on your chart? It's huge upper wick, 68.27. Nike. I really like Nike for a continual fade today, back down to the lows. All right, Nike. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. All right, get involved with Nike. Where do I put this stop where I don't get top ticked? Nike 6706 average. 6750 risk. 6750 risk. Let me think. I like these two huge wicks right here. A lot of sellers right there. It's getting a little spike right now. 6750. 6760. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm going to try to do a Friday night live stream tonight. Pretty exhausted from this week, so we'll look out for that. I'm going to go over the trades this week and how we can improve, get better, not top tick. Psychological things involved with trading, all the fun stuff. So right now, I'm working a slow, hopefully slow fade on AEVA. And then Nike, we'll see if that stays heavy. I like those upper shadows up there towards 68 after our pre-market highs. That one on a bad outlook forecast, sales down, earnings kind of play. See if that one can meet resistance up here at the open and start pulling back in towards the lows. AEVA pulling back a little bit, so that's good. Both of these work. It's going to be a nice day, but a day that has had its headaches irregardless. Need to work the green trades. Need this trade to work out. Both of these. Keith, it was good. $136, 27 houses, 3.5 hour block. Nice. Nice. Good to hear. Sounds relaxed and chill. What do you do? Just throw on some tunes and kind of just chill? Yesterday it did not go as good as you think. I top ticked PSTV at like 208 and gave back a ton of the gains. So it did not work out great. And today, not going great. We'll see. We'll see how today goes. I'm not gonna sit here and keep trading because I'm not in the zone. Kind of tired from top ticking the last few days. Let me flip through a few tickers and see what else is going on. CYTK, Kayvon pointed out that one pulling back in against 46.20, the one I didn't take. Nice. Half still climbing. It's like a little bear flag here. The trend, these oftentimes do not hold very well, those kind of trends, because, again, you have all these longs up here, 70s, 80s, pulls back, and then it's just oftentimes hard to keep, for that thing to keep that kind of a move. So half I'm definitely interested in against 880. Honestly, I might get involved with it. Let me see. half against 880. Fairly tight risk. See if I can get a fill. 880 would be the risk. Talking myself into it. What's my order at? 867. Okay. Keith, thank you. Yeah, I listen to crappy AM radio. It sounds peaceful, though. I like peace. Okay. Half Nike and what's the other one I'm working? CVS. Or no, not CVS. What the heck am I working right now? Half. Not in half. AVA and Nike. Yeah, Nike. Okay. Half. What? Come on. My order was right there. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Listening to Mark Douglas's commentaries, like his old stuff. I highly recommend it. It really gets me in the flow of things. Well, half. It looks like I'm going to have to take this order off for now. I don't mind it still right there against 880s. It's cracking this kind of bear flag trend. I don't know. Isaiah still sitting tight at 2Q. Going to preserve today's capital while I'm doing good at things. Yeah, that's definitely the right idea. Or if you get involved, like still take your setups, but at least maybe go, smaller position size. Maybe at least go like smaller position size on them. It's not a bad idea. You just keep padding the wallet. I wanted half at 867, didn't get it. Is what it is. Is what it is. UAMY coming up to the 220s, the area there I'm looking at. Yeah, if we can get few good green trades working out for us, letting the winners run, be tight with the losers, will be pretty good today. IBO getting a little action on it. 550. My God, IBO was at 50 cents 2 days ago. So crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to give some of these some more like room on the stops as well. A little bit more room just because, man, OUST would have had me good on the day. I guess my stop should have been like in the 980s maybe. Early entries today. Early entries effed me up today. This one right there. All right, what are you guys seeing out there? IBO's sitting up at the highs. I'm in like mind fog right now. Not good for trading. Probably means you need to shut it down. UAMY, if that one keeps curling up, I'm going to risk 220 there. Yep, 220. Still there. That's what I'm eyeing. I half missed that entry. AMPX. AMPX deserves to go on the watch list. That one's got 290 50-day moving average. AMPX. $3 really good resistance. Is AMPX. All right, that one's going to go on the watch list. XHLD. Okay, I'll take a look at that here in a second. Yeah, I saw that one doing this. A lot of these like penny plays are getting these kind of a move on them. Nike, I think I'm going to adjust the risk on it. I'm not... It's holding up right here. Don't really love it. I think it's a decent trade, but I don't... 67, 25. Average 20 cents for 8. Just monitoring that one right now. SPY cracking. Okay, that could help. SPY looking like an inverse head and shoulders. It's forming up. Yeah, I really wanted this one to start coming back on down. So, since it's holding really well right here, I'm probably going to cut it. Paper cut. or adjust the risks ever so slightly. Let me see. Do 67. I'm going to put a 67.20 stop on it. And we'll see if she can get back down to the lows. Well, I don't know what I just did right there, but I effed it up. I liquidated it. That's fine. Whatever. It'll snap now. What did I do? I have to go back and look at that. Probably, like I said, I'm in a brain fog right now. I probably just typed in the wrong number. Nike. I don't know what in the world I just did. All right, the trade I'm working, AEVA, that one, if she does work out well today, it has not really given a ton back. That one's juicy. It's a good hangover play. I love to short into these. 425 is that main risk area there. If that one decides to work out, it'll probably pull back down to like 380, 70s today. Half was good. Cracking that bear flag, 865, down 20 cents. Keep flipping around. UST giving sloppy seconds, up at 1050. IBO 610. That one squeezing, still squeezing. XHLD, Muhammad pointed that one out. That one's good. Good work there. Did a liquidity grab over the highs. Pulled back down off of that. That one looks pretty good. Another one of those plays like 40 cents up to $2 and, being met with some resistance up there, 180. It's already hit over 208. I don't know what the locates would be there. Let me look. Not very expensive, really, actually. All right, I'll locate XHLD. I like the elevator down off the highs. What I'm going to do right here is start a position on it and then hit it again if it bounces up to 175. I'll hit it again against the highs. Because IBO's got the momentum on it right now. IBO's got all the momentum on it. So there's a good chance this one, poops out. Good chance that one poops out. So I'll monitor that at XHLD. It's going to be against 180. Isaiah, thank you. Roll back the tape. Looks like you accidentally typed 6620 instead of 6720. 6620 instead of 6720. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh well, it looks like that worked out. That worked out. All right, so right now, AEVA Hangover, which I do like this. I still like this a lot. And XHLD, I started it. I plan on hitting it again if it pops up closer to 180. And that one is going to be a slow caterpillar kind of play. We'll see what we can do today, guys. I mean, started near at max risk today because of a couple really bad entries on my part. They ended up working out. I just got a little too excited, and got involved a little too early and had to apply the risk. We'll keep taking setups as they come, like we said we were going to do. I need to go grab like a granola bar or something. My brain is not working this morning. XHLD, I'd like to have a bigger position on this. Right now I only have 100. I'd like 200 on it. I really think we can pull back down. If you look at this chart, I think we can pull back down towards like 125 or lower today. It could happen, or we could IBO. That's why we always apply risk. This thing could IBO, 50 cents up to $6. That's why we always apply risk. So right now, my risk is essentially because it already did a liquidity grab up over the highs. My risk is going to be the highs on it. But I'm going to, let me see, I'm gonna at least set a stop on it at 180. That way I don't have to look at it for a second. I want to turn my attention to some other things that are moving. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm typing in the right damn numbers. 125, 180. Okay. All right. I'm going to flip around real quick. IBO hit nearly that 620 magic area. Oh, UAMY juicing up. UAMY juicing up. Isaiah, you still taking some trades? Are you calling it? It's okay, whatever you do. For me, I'm just, when I'm green, I'm like, I gotta keep trading. Even if it's reducing the risk, because it's like, man, Kevin, your green days can be irrationally large, right? You have to accept the fact that these days can be irrationally large, larger than you would ever anticipate, larger than you even feel comfortable with, if that makes sense. Accepting that reality. These green days can absolutely be larger than what you feel is appropriate. What's appropriate is just still taking the signals. That is something I learned recently. That I don't know why I did not apply that the last 3 months. It's the reason the account's doing what it's doing is because the green days were so small. 215. I like it. UAMY. Kind of going sideways, so I want a fast move up on it to get involved. All right. That YHC, we were trying to, I wanted the scoop under $1. It hit $1.10. Thing dropping from like 280 yesterday. Oh, okay. XHLD popping up. So let me cancel that and hit it with another short. All right, hitting XHLD again. Stop is going to be over the high day, so if that happens, that's going to suck, but it is what it is. 180, what's this? 183, 184. All right, put the stop on it. Taking the setup, embracing the risk, accepting the results. We'll see what happens there. Average is now 166 on it. Like it back down. I do like this thing back down to like in the 130s. If it doesn't top tick me out today. So fingers crossed I'm in 2 slower faders throughout the day. Fingers are crossed that way. But if this thing wants to IBO, climb up to the highs, stop me out, it's going to be painful. Yeah, here we go. Order filled. That thing just shot up to the highs. Took me out. Max loss day. I'm going to have to stop it here. Well, I have to. I can't take any more trades. AEVA, they don't auto-liquidate you. So AEVA, I'm still in this one. Not a lot going on here. If we get this one to fade to like 380 or so, it will help on the day. Actually, would be break even if we get this hangover to work out. But XHLD, the little penny play, wants to make a next leg on up. HLF missed that one today, unfortunately. A few misses. Few bad entries. Is what it is. I'll flip around, see if there's anything else for you guys to be aware of. If you're going to stick around and keep trading. I mean, XHLD, that one's at the highs, you know. If you know anything about my trading, you know, you should probably get in where I top take it. So that one's decent up here at the highs. UAMY, I like that one against 220. Flip through some losers. Man, MU was pretty good against 96. That was a nice bear flag. Yeah, decent bear flag there. And then Nike's pulling back against 67. 67.20 is not a bad area to risk there. But yeah, let's flip around, see if there's anything else going on. Keith, all you do is blow up your account once a month. Oh my gosh, man. I had 120 and then took my last trade, lost 35. You'll have to fund it again. So yeah, we gotta identify the issues. What do you think? What do you think you're doing, Keith? Yeah, I just have a massive I'm just so aggravated with this week. That's all. Just the top and bottom ticks are so just killing me. I gotta think about what to do about that. Like OUST today would have been great. VVPR, I just mistimed them a little bit. Oh man. Keith took one trade on IBO at the top, trying to scalp it. Scalp it long. Okay, yeah, that's going long on IBO up here. 50 cents up to $6. That is very scary. Anticipating. Okay. So if you think that's what's going on, you're anticipating too much. Oh, XHLD. I'm about to bury myself in a hole right now. I gotta refresh over this weekend, guys. I gotta refresh. Man. Oh, the aggravation is real. The aggravation is real. So anticipating can get you in trouble for a number of reasons. So anticipating means you're predicting rather than reacting. Predicting rather than reacting. And that is borderline, that borderline's gambling because it's kind of random results in a way, when you're predicting, anticipating something. Oh, man. I gotta step away. Oh, this is aggravating. It's weird when you feel so good. It feels I feel great. Trading feels great. A little early and not giving them enough room, I think. I gotta really think about it. VVPR, they all work out. I just don't give them enough room. XHLD, the problem there was it already did the break over the high. And so I really was not thinking it was going to do that again. Now it just broke over the high again, doing a liquidity grab. Damn it. UAMY is juicing up, guys. 220 is good there. 220 is good there, UAMY. If you're still around and trading. Yeah, we can really go deep on that, Keith, if you want to. We can talk later if you want to. I'll probably be live tonight around 9 or 9:30 or so to really start going over some of these trades. Like, let me look at these losers today. So painful. OUST, bottom ticked it, gave it more room than usual. XHLD took a bigger L than usual there. Didn't think that was going to grab over the highs again. And VVPR stuck to my risk. I'm very happy with the fact that I'm taking the risk well. I don't know if you guys can see objectively, let me know what you think. I think there's one or two things I can do. I can size a little smaller and like widen out the risk so I'm not bottoming and top ticking things. So size a little smaller and widen it out. Because relative to the account size, I need to not take $20, $30 losers. And I think it could be that in addition to, waiting a little bit more for a better entry. I think it's those two, but you guys let me know. I think those two are messed me up today pretty bad. And this whole week. This whole damn week. So, UAMY, nice. Up here to the resistance line. If you guys are still able to trade decent short up here against 225, I'd give it a little bit of room over 220. I think I'm going to start sizing a little smaller and giving them more room. I'm very happy that I know I'm not going to blow up on one trade. Very disciplined with that. But I don't want to bleed out because I'm stopping out of everything at the bottom and tops. That's another way to blow up. Bleeding out, stopping out the freaking bottom and top. And then, the winners have been I've been letting those run really well. So I need to do something with these stops. The stops are killing me. Like, stopping out well. I think I need to size it down a little bit and widen out the risk. Small risk, big reward. Yeah, I've been doing that fine, dude. I've been doing that. Like, if I get a winner, trust me, I'm working the hell out of it. Like the other day, I had like 4 losers and 1 winner. It was break even on the day because it just worked the hell out of the winner. I'm going to work the winner. Don't worry about that. Just the risk is good. I just need to widen it out a little bit. Okay, Bond, you going drinking stream now? Yeah, I'm drinking tonight. I got some bourbon ready. I'm going to be drinking because this has been such a shit show of a week. It's been a top tick and bottom tick kind of week. The entire week. So I'm going to have to regroup and talk about tonight. Formulate a game plan for going to battle. But we're going to be widening out the risk a little bit is what I think we're going to have to do. But I don't want to apply a lot. I don't want to lose a lot more. I want to size down a bit and widen out the risk. So we'll talk about that later tonight. Boeing jumping up right now. Good eye there, Kayvon. If you're still trading left of the chart, we got tapping some resistance right now. Then above that, it's in the 187 range. But otherwise, just working at AEVA short. That is a hangover setup. We'll see if that one works out. I got tight risk on that. I probably should widen it out. What is my risk at? My risk is at 430, which is not super tight. If it's climbing up to 430, it's not working out. All right, we'll drink the pain away tonight. Traders, AMPX straight up. That one's at highs if you're still trading. Half, oh, half, oh, half. I would have been working you. I tried to get you at 867. It's at 834. Boom, 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 boom. The thing about trading just all pisses me off. All of it. I'm never happy. There's always something to be pissy about. Keith, yeah, that's why I need to size down. You think more objectively, too, when you size down. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Be sizing down. Not focusing on a trade-by-trade basis. Giving them a lot more, like, room. Because I'm really in a lot of these at the bottom and top. Like, 90-some% of them. I just get stopped out because I really have I'm scared. I guess I have a fear of I used to get way out of hand on individual trades, but I've been proving that I don't do that anymore. So I'm trusting myself with that. Like, I'm not applying an overload of risk per setup or trade. I'm not trading at certainty or guarantee. So I am happy about that. I trust myself there. More focused like the casino on the sum, total sum. I need to the top and bottom ticks are getting out of hand though. I gotta figure that out. I think that's it. We're gonna start sizing down and giving them more breathing room. Yesterday would have been massive. I'd be at my account high for that trade. The risk was tight, but the reward was so good, PSTV. $2 down to $1. So you took one trade on IBO. So I don't know your account size, but you don't want to... You had 120 in your account and lost 35 on IBO. So that's 25% of your account. Yeah, that's not trying to rub salt in the wound, but you gotta, yeah, that's 25% applied to one trade. That's probably not great. 25% risk, you know? So the thing out there in the trading world is you probably want to apply, like, on $1,000 account per trade, like 2% should be applied. Just the 2% rule across the board. So that would be $20 risk, and I didn't even stick to that today. You know, I took a $35, $40 loser. But that's the idea, to try to stay consistent, is have a 2% risk. UAMY up to 220. Have a 2% risk on the account, 5% risk max day. Let the winners run, cut the losers quick. We're going to size down and widen out the risk a little bit because that's killing me too much. And honestly, like, you kind of know when a trade's not working out anyways. So if you widen the risk out So you always know you have risk applied to the trade. But like Nike for instance, that one's been going sideways. Let's say I had that wide risk at 67.50. It's been going sideways, like literally just sideways, and that's not a great sign. So it's like you can come in and cut it short. I still can see objectively that fact and come in and cut it short. But you're not getting stopped out like as soon as you get in it. That's what's been happening to me. VVPR stopped out. Got in at like 133. But the idea here, the trade idea was it popped up. This one popped up, got involved at 133. My idea was this one's going to be heavy against the opening highs. So my risk was 150. It popped up right to 150 immediately. So I just was like, well, essentially that idea is invalidated at this point, so I need to get out of this. I don't want to be gambling with it, but I need to size down, give them a little bit more room. XHLD right back up there. That's ridiculous. That's why I need to do size down to 50 shares, 75. I take one trade with 100 shares. Okay, yeah, you just said that. Yep, so I just reread that. Yeah, so with that size of an account, I'd probably recommend... Oh, dude, that's hard. Is that right? So if with 120 account, I mean, that's like no margin for error, you know? That's what makes that challenging. No margin for error. So that makes it challenging. And I feel that too. Even with this size of account, I feel that too. Should be able to grow. Should be able to grow a $500 account, $300 account. Should, you know, if you're trading well, you should be able to grow it. Fine. So I know it's on me. The onus is on me, not the market. I'm accepting that. But yeah, let me know if you guys anything else to add or what you guys are looking at to trade. Kayvon, small accounts are so tough. They are because you can't just scale into oblivion. You have to really... But you learn the right lessons, even with the large account. I wouldn't want to apply like tons of risk. I still want to learn the right rules and maintain good risk management. You never want to let one trade wipe you out. But today's entirely my fault. Today's entirely my fault. But I've been around, you know, a lot of traders on those trades that I took, you know, they would have been... I'm trying to time like a perfect entry. A lot of other traders, they would like size into it, you know? Like, take an entry, take another entry. Keep just pretty much adding. I don't want to do that. I don't want to just add into oblivion. Carnival Cruise Lines. Nice. Carnival Cruise Line, I have 2160 marked off as resistance. All right, guys, I'll be back around later on tonight. Just working AEVA hangover against 425. We'll see how that one's going to look. If it starts snapping and I get one winner today, trust me, I'm working this one all the way down to $0. No, I think a decent. I think this one probably, if it does sell off, probably 380s, 70s is where it's going to land. Keith's going to save a lot of money with your max loss applied. Yeah. So you don't go on tilt. Yep, you will. Okay, Vaughn, if I get below minus 50, I gotta hop back on the stream. I don't think I'm gonna be able to trade anymore today, though. I gotta go get a car inspected. I hate doing that kind of stuff. And then go get my kids from preschool at 2. So I like this trade a lot. It cost nearly $5 to locate these shares. So you know I like it. This is a bread and butter hangover. Fade all day. So I'm going to set an alarm. 3:45. Make sure I come liquidate this position, so I'm not holding it overnight. And then I might start drinking. Early. No. I mean, gonna drink some bourbon with our live stream tonight. Traders. Kayvon, you gonna trade? You normally trade all day, don't you? OUST is in a flag. FYI. 10:03 stop down there. I just want to. Half would have been a good trade. HLF tried to get it 675. God, I'm seeing all this. I'm just seeing everything so well. Oh, gotta not stop out at the top and bottom. There's nothing I don't see. And then CVS, if I would have still been in that, I'd be up. No, I wasn't in CVS. Nike. I was in Nike. No, good thing I got out Nike. Never mind. If it's slow, you gotta do stuff, yeah. You usually sit around and see what's going on. This is the bread and butter. Finding these charts intraday and the night before. So I'll find them the night before. Pretty much the euphoric moves up to resistance to short into for the day in the fade. Even if they're slow, tapping resistance for a fade. So that was AEVA. But then we're looking at the scans to see what else is going to be popping up for us. Yeah, so guys, that's going to wrap up my day. It's going to wrap it up. Have a good weekend. We'll see you guys Monday morning. We're going to be here. We're going to start the week fresh. I think Monday is going to be a good day. You guys pray to the market gods for AEVA. Let's get a halt down. Let's get like a public offering come out on it. Then we'll be squared away. But otherwise, traders, be safe, stay disciplined. Don't dig yourself in a hole if you're red. If you're green, keep working the green. Guys, we'll see you tonight if you're going to be there for the live stream. Otherwise, I'm like 50-50 if I'm doing it or not. We'll see. And then otherwise, we'll see you Monday morning.